Hey guys, can you guess what today's video is about? It's going to be chapter 3 of the book Girls in Tears, written by Jacqueline Wilson. Yeah, my favorite book ever. Girls in Tears is awesome. So chapter 3 is Girls Cry When Their Pets Die. Yeah, everyone cries when their pets die. Even me, I cry when my pets die too. Like my turtle. I love turtles, but my turtles die. So I cry too, but that's okay. So chapter 3. If you're excited about this video, then let's get started, shall we? 3. Girls cry when their pets die. Magda never cries. I cry heaps. Not just when I'm sad, I often cry watching videos. I can even be reduced to tears by cartoons. I just have to think of Mrs. Jumbo and little Dumbo desperately twinning trunks, and my eyes prick. I cry when I'm frightened too. If a teacher shouted at me in primary school, I would start blubbering. I try not to be so pathetic now, but I still hate it when people yell at me. I cry at sentimental stuff too, little kittens and baby, and choir boys singing solos. Nadine sniffs at my stupidity. She hates anything little and fluffy and cute. Still, she can do her fair share of willing and whipping when she wants. When she finally broke up with Liam, she howled for hours and hours. She played all these sad songs about breaking up, lying in her black bedroom, whipping waterfalls. But Magda, always so bouncy and bubbly, she's just not the mournful sort. Anyway, she wouldn't want too much her mascara. Magda wears makeup every day. Yeah, every day. Even at school, though we're not allowed to. Magda's the sort of girl who would stop to do her makeup and style her hair, even if there were fire alarms blaring like crazy and flames licking at her door. She's not wearing any makeup today. It doesn't even look like she's brushed her crimson curls. I forget Russell and his ring. I forget all about it. Nadine forgot her new Mr. Wonderful. We rushed to Magda. I put my arm round her waist. Magda pats her gently on the back. What is it, Magda? Come on, Max, tell us. I've killed her, Magda wails. She puts her tool's head on my shoulder and sobs. Nadine and I looked at each other, mouth open. Who have you killed, Max? Nadine asks. Nadine herself is always threatening to kill people. She mainly keeps her death threats in the family. Her little sister Natasha is her victim of choice. But when she's in serial killer mode, she mutters darkly about her mother, her father, her nan, even her aunts. But Magda's never seem remotely comical. My darling little Fudge, Magda howls. Fudge? For one mad moment, I imagine Magda attacking a box of fudge with a hammer, and then I get it. Fudge is her hamster. Okay, was her hamster. Magda went out with this boy Greg at the beginning of year 9. He was seriously into breeding hamsters. Well, at rotten mice, white rats, gerbils, anything small and twitchy with whiskers. Magda said his bedroom was like Hemingland before the Pied Piper. When Greg's favorite hamster Honey had babies, he offered one to Magda. This was Fudge. For a few days, Magda obsessed about her new little furry friend. She told Nadine and me all about Fudge feeding and toileting and sleeping arrangements. Wow. Fudge did a lot of sleeping. Magda hadn't understood that hamsters are basically just an animal that sleeps a lot. She expected Fudge to sit up all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Well, that's always been beyond her, obviously. Ready to learn tricks, Magda hoped Fudge would learn how to beg, to wave a paw, to clean her whisker on command, but Fudge wouldn't pay attention when Magda tried to train her. She hurried into the depth of her loo roll play tunnel and lurked there, refusing to cooperate. Magda got fed up pretty quickly. She gave up hoping that Fudge had star quality as a performing hamster. She stopped talking about her. I would completely forgotten she even had a hamster. Anyway, Magda went on. I sat next to old Greg on the bus, and he started chatting me up again. I wonder about getting back with him. I know he's not very special. You can say that again, said Nadine, rolling her rimmed eyes. She ignored the no makeup at school rule too. Yes, but I'm not exactly overwhelmed with boyfriend opportunities at the moment, said Magda, sniffing. I am, said Nadine. Listen, Max, I was just telling Ellie I've met this amazing guy. Well, not exactly met him, but Magda is sobbing so loudly she drowns out Nadine. Greg asked me how Fudge was getting on. I said she didn't really do anything. Greg was shocked. He made me feel so mean because I have misunderstood poor little Fudge so dreadfully. I've kept her all loveless and lonely in that cage. It's not even a very special cage. You can get one several story high with slide and tunnel and God knows what. Your actual Alton Towers for a hamster, but Fudge case is the box standard basic model. And there she's been, all on her own for months and months. Imagine how we feel. So Greg suggested she ought to have a bit of social life. He brought along this very gentle, timid little boy hamster. He didn't want anyone to match her to alarm. Little boy hamster. To alarm Fudge, as she's still a virgin. He said if they got on, they could shack up another together and Fudge could have babies, but it all went horribly wrong. We decided to introduce them in natural territory, so we got Fudge out of her cage, and I knelt down with her on my bedroom floor, while Greg got the little boy hamster out of his pocket, and he hated Fudge on sight and attacked her savagely. Nadine prompts a little impatiently. No, they liked each other. Their little nose went twitch, twitch, twitch. You could almost see a little Cupid hamster flying up above, shooting them in their furry chests with dinky little love arrows. It was so sweet. Greg and I knelt together watching them, feeling like proud parents. It was like the romance in the air was catching. Well, I must admit, I took hold of Greg's hand, but it was just in a matey kind of way. Then he kissed me. Well, he's learned much more about kissing. He's more subtle. He used to attack himself to my lips like a vacuum cleaner and possibly Hoover. We burst out giggling, even Magda herself, though her eyes are still brimming with tears. And, said Nadine, you got so carried away that you lay down and squashed little Fudge and her furry friend into pancakes. Do you always have to be so ghoulish, Nadine? Said Magda. No, but it was almost as bad. Like I said, we got really carried away, Greg and me. You didn't do it, don't you? I said. Nadine stopped fidgeting and stares at Magda. Did you, Max? Of course not, you idiots. What do you think, I am mad? Greg's still a grubby little schoolboy, even if he's a good kisser. I want my first time to be really, really special, with someone who will make it romantic and beautiful, someone who loves me. I think about this very carefully. Someone grown up and responsible, said Magda. I nod, sighing. We have all been sidetracked. We return to thinking of romance between two young and very irresponsible rodents. A very short-lived romance, obviously. When I eventually pushed Greg away, I looked around to see how little Fudge was getting on. But she wasn't there. She wasn't there. Greg's little boy hamster wasn't there, looking a bit shifty, like he's got his paw over and was now wanting to go and join his mates and boast. Fudge has vanished altogether. Greg and I crawled around on our hands, knees, calling for her. Greg right under the bed and came back clutching this pair of pink knickers I've lost ages ago. I didn't have go pink then, but there was no sign of Fudge. I saw that my bedroom door was just a teeny bit open, and my heart sank. Greg put his hamster in his pocket, and we went looking for a Fudge right along the landing, in Mom and Dad's bedroom, and all my brother's bedroom. Not a joyful experience. They're all knee-deep in junk and dead smelly. God knows what we find under their beds. Then we got to the top of the stairs and looked down. Oh no, I say. Yes, sobs Magda. There was this sad little furry huddle right at the bottom. Maybe Fudge thought she was lemming. They hurl themselves off cliffs, don't they? Said Nadim. Shut up, Nadim, I said, rocking Magda. I don't think she meant to do it. She just didn't look. 1 minute she was scampering along the landing, probably in a bit of daze, having just had her first relationship, wondering if he ever called her again or if she was just a one-night stand. Then suddenly she ran down of carpet under her paws and she started hurtling down and down and down. Hope she'd still somehow be alive. But when I picked her up, her poor little head was all floppy, and it was obvious she'd broken her neck. Well, at least it was a quick way to go, I said. So what have you done with her body? Asked Nadine with interest. Nadine? I said. I know she's a goth, but sometimes she's way too gaulish. I put her in my best Pantera shoebox, Nadine said solemnly. I thought I would bury her in the garden today. Great. Then we'll have a funeral after school, right? Said Nadim. We'll all wear black and I'll compose a sad hamster rhyme. You can read a poem in Fudge's memory and we'll paint the shoebox to look like a coffin, Ellie. You can design a little portrait to put under plastic and stick onto Fudge's gravestone. Magda is keen on the idea. We can have a funeral big meats, whatever they are. They don't have to be real meat, do they? Let's have black food. We could have very rich dark chocolate cake, which looked almost black. And black cherry cheesecake too. And we could raise a champagne flute of cook in fond memory of poor little Fudge, I suggest. Then I remember. Oh, bum, I can't. I'm seeing Russell. We can have the funeral straight after school, said Nadine. So he's coming to meet me from school. I'm going back to his place. You can do that any old day, Ellie. So we'll have to have Fudge funeral now or she'll start to decompose, said Nadine. Magda gives a little whimper. Yeah, look, you're upsetting Mags. Don't friends come before boys? That's why you're always drumming into us, said Nadine. It's different with Russell. He's not any old boy. It's getting serious, I said, going pink. I looked down at my ring. Magda noticed at last. She gasps. Russell giving you a ring, Ellie? She said, yeah, of a kid's comic, said Nadine nastily. I don't care where you get it from. It's the sensitive moment that counts. I said, I like my ring better than the biggest diamond. I twisted proudly round my finger, trying not to let the ugly green mark show. I can't help thinking Nadine is stained green with a jealousy. It's probably because her relationship with Liam didn't last. Russell and I are in love. We're going to go out forever and ever and ever and ever. So that's the end of this chapter 3. You enjoy it? I hope you enjoy it. So bye guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video with more stories coming your way. Bye. See you next time. All the best. See you.